Hey everybody, this is discussion 10 by Emily McNew over Beats in New York schools. So Beach School had a few influences. After World War II, poets started questioning mainstream politics and culture. Another huge influence that we can see is that they were influenced by jazz music. Artists would match the rhythms of music to their poetry, and they were also influenced by drugs and trying to find a higher consciousness. Some of the characteristics that we can see is they battle social conformity and literary tradition. This is a central idea within their writing. It is mostly free verse, which means they don't follow the rules of most poetry, and they did not care to write about sexuality, which is something unheard of during this time. So the poem that I chose in the Beat Generation is Gary Snyder's Rip Rap, which focuses on the themes of nature and language. It describes the nature of all things. Rip Rap describes different things. Lay down these words before your mind like rocks. This is lines 1 through 2. He says that this is a way to understand language before you actually say it. This gives a psychological tone of thinking before you speak. These poems, people, lost ponies with dragging saddles. This is lines 11 through 13. This states that all things in the world leave marks on those around you. New York School of Poetry had also many influences. They were very influenced by the art world and how to become a higher level artist. The poets were influenced by earlier art movement poetry like Dada and Surrealist poetry. They were influenced by the community they built together with the relationships and similarities in styles. They really felt like they were at home with the other artists around them. So the poem that I chose from the New York School is Myrtle by John Ashbery, which focuses on themes of heritage, but truly has an unspoken meaning. How fun your name would be if you could follow it back to where the first person thought of saying it. This is lines 1 through 3. He says this as a way that names truly have no meaning, and it is still necessary in life. Be like following a river to its source, which is impossible. Rivers have no source. Lines 7 through 8. He says this as a way to state that a name is a representation of a river, and there's no true meaning as to how it became. They just appear. So to compare and contrast the Beats versus New York School, in both of these poems, the authors both use nature as a theme, and one of the goals is to state whatever comes to their mind, no matter how challenging to understand, and they both focus on the unknown, whether it be names or languages. And one big difference that I see is the New York poets were more concerned with belonging to the art world, and I believe that the Beach Generation just wanted to make what they found pleasing to themselves and didn't really care what other artists thought about them. Which leads to my reflection question: do you think the New York School and Beach Generation have more similarities than differences? Thank you.